Namastashyai, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matrurupena Samsthita. Namastashyai, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Mirarupena Samsthita. Namastashyai, 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 Namo Namaha. Pujya Ma Bhagavati, Pujya Sri Arvind, and you all are the chosen children of the Mother. Something that works miraculously, and we are required to be the true witness, instrumental witnesses of the scenario that is being emerged from the old scenario. Old scenario is the old room. Old scenario is the one world. Old scenario is the one fish bowl. Another world, another fish bowl is the another scenario. And another scenario is the divine operation of the divine wave, and divine wave of a divine consciousness. Divine wave is a supramental consciousness. Divine wave is a divine determinism of giving a new birth to the old world. A new world is born. In Agenda, Mother has at one particular place dictated 3 times, born, born, born. New world is born, is born, is born. So this is the period of the birth of the new world, and we are all witnesses to it. Satprem was the direct, as I told you, Bhagirath, King Bhagirath of Srimad Bhagavat, and is made witness to the descent of Ganga on the Shiva's head. The symbol is such, and that same Lord Shiva assured Mother that I would like to come to the earth in toto. Shivatva is divinity in totality. Krishna is divinity individualized in perfection. And Virat, that is the invisible, made visible for a moment of the totality of the Supreme Paratpar. We'll have to connect all different dimensions of the Vedas, and thereafter we should realize the one wave, one new wave. Up till now it has not taken place on the earth since the 7th birth of this earth. 6 times birth was dissolved, that earth was dissolved, and this is the 7th birth of the earth that is existing. And now there is no dissolution, no annihilation, though Kali Yuga is ended, but still without destruction. Without destruction of what? Without destruction of the creation of the divine, without destruction of the creation of the truth, without destruction of the creation of the divinity at microscopic level. Divinity divinity in the form of microcosm is not to be dissolved, is to be so elevated that new world is born. That is the supramental's master action going on. But all these dimensions are to be so clubbed and so integrated that the true integrality becomes the totality of the same supreme energy which is there somewhere invisibly, that has been descended down on the earth and is recreating this earth in such a way that the supreme totality can be seen, supreme totality can be lived, and supreme totality can have the true and genuine manifestation here on the mortal earth. So all these dimensions are conceptually so wider. The magnitude of it is so wider that it is beyond our mortal eyes. So Satprem also understands it at that time. And he tries, he must have written or transcribed all these things at that time, must have undergone this experience. But here he says that though I try myself to pass through this experience, but cannot understand it. I fail to comprehend it. So I think those my readers, those my listeners, those who will go through this reading also will not understand. So here he says that I will give you three examples, three illustrations for your little mind to understand and to comprehend it totally. At least for a second, for a moment, you can understand in toto. You cannot continue the totality being grasped by your little mind, but you can just have a spark of it. And he asked Mother, is this the true physical? Is this the true matter? Is this the true reality? Is this the true earth? Is this the true soil? That is true physical. Our corporeal body is physical, but genuinely and de facto it is corporeal, it is not physical. Physical mind is there, immortal, in our cells. This is the corporeal mind, little mind. Mind of our mind is to be awakened, but is not awakened by our mind. It can be awakened by our psychic. But when psychic is not awakened up till now, how can we awaken the true mind of our mind? True mind of our mental consciousness, true mind of our mentality. As we have seen, it is just like a onion skin, but impenetrable. It is our obstacle. We can't go through it. And that has to be removed, and that is why Mother used, while dictating this, cancel. It's not to be removed. It's not to be rooted out. It is to be cancelled. The downward movement of our mind is to be cancelled. So in new world, in new birth, in new manifestation, it has no place whatsoever. Mind will be there, but not mental mind, not mentality, that is the motion of our mind, that will not be there. It will be ascending movement directly in contact and in touch with the supramental. So it will be the instrument, our mind, corporeal mind will be the base of our tomorrow's action. But it will be the base of our tomorrow's action, but tomorrow's action will be through our mind. Our mind will be instrument, but which mind will be instrument? Not the mind at present, which is guided and governed by our mentality. The mind that will be physical mind of the shell is at one end, our corporeal mind in the right direction is the center, and our psychic will be the captain who is drawing both of them together and getting both of them so merged that it results into higher mind, illumined mind, intuitive mind and overmind. This is what the programming. This is something very new. And Satprem tries to understand, tries to ask question to the mother that is it physical, is it the true physical as Sri Aurobindo says? Mother is Sri Aurobindo and Sri Aurobindo is mother, there is no difference. Satprem cannot understand this. Is it out of his understanding? If we people living after so many years here can understand it's a primary and very elementary truth. So why should he ask this question? It is not that perspective. It's not the question of little understanding on the part of Satprem, but it is his curiosity that let mother explain whether I could understand this is true or not. Let it be authenticated by the mother herself. He simply wants the authentication directly from the horse's mouth, from the mother. Mother says, yes, the true physical. Yes, the true physical. It is the new matter, but it is true physical. So it is an expansion of the physical mind of our cell. Our body, our figure, our what we call embodiment is the true expansion of the microscopic presence of the Lord in our cell. That is the mind of light. And it is the mind of light that is connected with the supramental outside. Supramental now for center becomes the circumference. Let our psychic in this trinity, physical mind, psychic and the corporal mind that has taken U-turn, corporal mind that has taken ascending march, corporal mind that is put into the right and appropriate action from mortality to immortality. Mrityorma amrutam gamaya. Our mentality, onion skin mentality, is representation of mortality. This is mortal mind. Our corporeal mind is our mortal mind. Our physical mind is immortal mind. It is the mind of light, but up till now so hidden that our scholastic mind also failed and horribly failed to understand it. Now that Trinity is the Trinity which can live Satchidanand instead of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. So the Prakriti of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas has to be transformed into divine matter. This is physical truth. Physical truth is the relativity of the divine matter, not the relativity of mortal matter. It is the new relativity that is being emerged. If we can understand Schopenhauer quantum theory of Heisenberg, and if we can still enter into the mentality of Stephen Hawking, then we can get connectivity with the old physics, the highest truth of the old physics and the basic truth of this new physics. Highest truth of the physics as science at present is to be connected with the basic truth, fundamental truth, initial truth of this new world. This is new physics. Because it is related with new matter, it is not related with old matter of old relativity. That is up to mc square. Now this is new matter related to new relativity, and new relativity is guided and governed by the supramental, and that new relativity is new energy, is new motion, is new velocity, that is infinity. That is life divine. And that is what Satprem takes note of it. A material world where accidents, illness, death cannot happen. This is the world which is going to be born where there is no accident, no illness, and ultimately no death. No death. But to us it appears to be miracle. It doesn't appear to be new relativity. It doesn't appear to be new nature. It doesn't appear to be new incident of the nature. Is not accident. It is the incident of the nature. But the entire nature is taking a new shape. So the mode of accident is also taking new shape. It is not accident. It is a divine push. If you are inert, if you are stuck to your mortality, to your mentality, then you are to be given divine push from behind, so you can go on. You can have amrutam gamaya from mortality. Mrityorma amrutam gamaya. You can have new immortality. Even here, thereafter, after accident you are going to survive. And after accident you are going to survive to witness better life, to live better life, to live elevated life, where old mentality will be over and new mentality will be your gift. And that is why you are being pushed from behind. And who is pushing? Who is pushing? That supramental is pushing. Provided you deserve that divine push from behind, and you deserve this push from behind, what is your deservingness? What is your eligibility? Your eligibility is integrality of your physical mind, your psychic, and your this corporeal mind, which has to take U-turn. When these three becomes Trinity, new Trinity, it has to live new relativity. And new relativity is E is equal to mc square. Where there is no accident, there is no illness, and there is no death. And it is that world which must take the place of ours. It is that world that is taking place in our world. The worlds, we don't experience only one world. We are experiencing worlds together. Every individual has his own world. And every moment of our lifespan has its own world. That is the tragedy. Every moment we are living differently. There is no consistency, there is no uniformity, there is not what we call constancy of our consciousness. In morning we are feeling bliss, in evening we are depressed. That is our mentality. Though it is very thin and very ordinary, but we cannot remove it, nor we can overcome it. And we are just going there, get ourselves struck with it, got injury, hurt, illness, disease, and ultimately death. We cannot pass through it. And if we are saved, if we start re-experiencing our safety thereafter, we take it for granted to be a miracle. It is not miracle. It is a march from mortality to immortality. It's a march from one avenue to another avenue. It is a march towards the avenue beyond. This is new world. And it is that world which must take the place of ours, not through a miracle. See, it is not through a miracle that we are saved, we are shaped. We take it for granted. It's a miracle. Oh, Mother's grace is so working upon me, and I am saved, I am saved. This gentleman is also saved this way. And Agnes was also saved this way. Yeah. Why? And we take it for granted. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Not miracle. It is the nature, fundamental nature of the new world. It is the fundamental nature of the new matter. It is the fundamental nature of the new portal that is taking place within us because of the ex gratia touch of supramental to our hidden supramental. That is mind of light. Hidden supramental. That supramental is hidden as it was transmitted by Sri Aurobindo to Mother on 5th December is hidden supramental that is living, that is existing in each and every cell of the Mother's cellular figure. That is what Mother experiences. Not through a miracle, simply through a change of vibration. Simply through a change of vibration. It is not miracle, it is merely a change of vibration. Or mental vibration, your mortal vibration is being touched by the Satchidanand, by the supramental, and it starts experiencing, it starts feeling, it starts reciprocating to the infinity. That is infinitude. Infinity is being understood, infinity is being experienced, infinity is being made part of our motion. Mrityurma amrutam gamaya. That motion towards amrut, motion towards infinity, motion towards immortality is being felt by your portal. Tomorrow it will be your destiny that you will start experiencing it in your whole body. The whole matter, whole physicality will be physical truth as Sri Aurobindo envisioned. Not through the miracle, simply through a change of vibration in matter. Simply through a change of vibration in matter. Your matter has started reciprocating to this new change. Started reciprocating to this new divinity that has been brought down on the earth for this very purpose. The vibration of the true state cancels out all the false. It is the vibration of this new state cancels out all false. False means accident, illness and death. Death is illusion. Accident is illusion. Illness is illusion. They are to be cancelled. And it is the new vibration which can cancel, provided we have prepared and we have allowed our psychic to work, and we have just made our mind so reciprocating, and we have made our mind so silent that it can take very naturally under the imperative impact of supramental U-turn. That is the yoga of ascent of Sri Aurobindo. If we willfully accept it, we are made to accept it. We will be given push from behind. You will be saved, no doubt. Insurance is guaranteed. But accident to be taken for granted as miracle is kept reserved for you. You may identify it to be accident, doesn't matter. Whatever your little mind, whatever your perverted mind recognize, it does not matter. You will be saved. You will be saved. You will be saved. But after entering into new safety zone, at least you must acknowledge, you must recognize. That is gratitude, Mother says, it is gratitude. It is that force backing you from behind, is the force giving you rebirth. Giving you rebirth. These all different avenues of your thinking, avenues of your new mentality are to be integrated so well that you will start experiencing the perfection being transmitted to you through supramental. The vibration of the true state cancels out all the false, illusory vibrations of the fish ball. The orbit that we have up till now created by our degenerated, our misdirected, our mentality going in a wrong direction, offering us to be the genuine true direction. We are to be given U-turn. It is our master turning point that our psychic also, even right from the beginning of our life, our psychic, Mamaivanso, Jivaloke, Jiv Bhuto, Sanatana, for the first birth, you just imagine, in our first birth, we have got this spark from the Supreme as our psychic, and that psychic is taking so many births and came to this birth at present, has never experienced in its previous birth experience of divine push from behind as such. It is because of the supramental we are giving this push. And we are giving this push to our frame, to our body, to our matter. Mind operates itself, but operates itself genuinely. Does not wrongly, in wrong direction. Our mentality, mind is also changed. Prakriti is there and mind is the peak of our Prakriti. But the new life, new birth, new living, new relativity starts with the turning point of our old mentality. And there mind gives perfect room to our psychic to manifest perfectly and to handle perfectly whatever body, whatever framework, whatever reality of mortality we have been granted in this birth is bound to be immortal before death, because death is cancelled. So Satprem says that you won't understand. I don't catch it now. After so many years, how you people will get it? So I will give you 3 illustrations. 2 from the life of mother, 1 in Paris, 1 in Pondicherry, and 3rd one is my experience, my incident, my event which has taken place in my life concretely. I was made to witness it concretely well in advance here in Pondicherry, irrespective of my all defective framework, irrespective of my old defective perverted mentality. Was drug addicts. Still, I was made to experience it here in Pondicherry. Now, these 3 illustrations will give you clarity and assurance that it is this supramental that has started working in your microscopic portal which has taken place in your body, and that starts generating and expanding its own orbit in such a way that the entire framework of your body, wave is one, but the entire framework of your body will be new. It is a new consciousness, will have a new time, and will have a new march. You cease to be traveler, you cease to be passenger, you cease to be pilgrim. You will be crystallized instrument. Your Prakriti entirely will be also crystallized instrument. Your vital also will be crystallized instrument. Your mind also will be crystallized instrument, because you are the embodiment and you are the figure of a new matter, that is divine matter. Because of the touch of supramental, all can be done if the God is there. That divine touch that is pushing you from behind, though you take without seeing it, you may take it for granted to be a miracle. It is not miracle, but it is new materialization that has taken place in your body. And in my body also, it is the new materialized portal is being framed every moment. Satprem, every moment you cannot see. And I also cannot express, because your mind is little mind. Your receptivity is extremely limited, even to accept and to reciprocate to my this new thought of my new experience. That is what it is going on in my very body. Though I am old, I am not old. Though I am degenerated, I am not degenerated. Though I am ill as per the doctor's prescriptions, I am not a patient. I will die. Later on, mother says, I will die. Doctor will recognize me and doctor will diagnose me that I have gone. I am no more. Still, you will have to keep my body, because this is my body, apparently is old one, but connected with the new wave, it is now new body of new relativity of the new world. So, rioting, stone throwing is the one incident. Mother fell down from the hill in Paris and was so lifted up by the divine and so swiftly was placed on the ground, on the earth, and that is Mother Earth, Mother Nature, where she was placed. That is two experiences of the mother. And another experience of Satprem himself, where he was to be murdered in Pondicherry. The 3 persons came with revolver and they were to shoot him at immediately. That was seen by him prior to that event took place, but mother saved him. And guarantee was given to Satprem at that moment, at the time of giving him this vision. And Satprem was so cocksure and so surrendered to the vision given to him as boon, and he was saved. People came with revolver to shoot him, came there, moved around him and went away. This happened in my life. This happened in mother's life. This will start happening in your life too. That is for your clarity. As and when it happens, as and when it will happen in your life, you will not be surprised. You will not be wonderstruck. You will not be frightened. You will have to accept it. It is the mother in the form of supramental push, just giving you this new backing, new push on the way to Mrityurma Amrutam Gamaya. This is Gamaya. This is new velocity. This is new relativity. I was like thin air, as it were, Satprem writes. The other's vibration passed through me like a breeze. Other old vibration passed through me like a breeze, as if air comes, touches our body and passes on. And the push that is from the behind is so powerful, so concrete and wonderfully true, as depicted in Savitri by Sri Aurobindo. We feel. Our nature is the relationship between this environment with this new milieu, because our portal needs it. Portal which has taken place at our cellular level in our present body, changed body that has accepted U-turn. It requires for its new motion push from the behind and push from the divine directly through supramental. That is what supramental has started working me. Satprem, I am not merely a world mother experiencing it. You people also, children of the old age, children of the old world, children of the old scenario, children of the old room, you also will have to accept it and realize it tomorrow. I was like thin air, as it were. The other's vibration passed through me, and other's vibration of the old were. I am made so powerful a portal. That is Satprem writes, referring to his own experience when he was standing on the threshold of being murdered, being mortal. At present he is living, tomorrow he will die. But before his death, he could feel and experience his own death. Me like a breeze, unobstructed. My portal and my breeze, that new wave is working with me, working in me. In my new portal, I was unobstructed. I was not hurt, I was not touched, I was not injured, nothing as such. There in me also, objectively, this mother conquered death. Some kind of contact is necessary in order to kill. You have to have a handle here. Effort was made to kill me. But how to escape this old scenario, to have the new seed, to have the new shelter, to have the new, what we call Raksha Kavach. We'll have a new protective seed offered to me ex gratia by the mother. To have a handle, one must have a handle. When mind is inoperative, who will create the motion? Who will give velocity to this new body? Who will give velocity to this new portal? It is psychic. But unless and until you scale out the movement of your psychic, unless and until you will measure out, you will identify the movement of your psychic, you must have one handle to operate rightly. That you can feel this new design being launched, new design being drawn, and new motion is being offered to you by the divine directly. Have a handle here. There was no handle, for there was nothing. There was no handle to me, given to me at that moment. When 3 people came to shoot me at that time, though protection is there, seed is there, divine is there, but I have no handle to identify. I have no handle. At present, we are passing through this stage, and our life at present is of the series of such moments. Series of such moments. We take it for granted to be a miracle. No, it is not miracle. It is super relativity. Tomorrow, super reality will be in our hands. It will be brought within our reach. It will be brought within our reach, but within our reach of the new mind, not this old one. That is the transformation, procedure of transformation is going on. We don't recognize it. That is our ignorance. Satprem says that that is not our ignorance. That is not our ignorance. That is our old habit. Mind leapt out by living from the diverted direction to the right and appropriate direction, leaving certain footprints, and we still love those footprints. We'll still love those footprints of mortal motion. Though immortality has been given to our new portal, and our new portal so joyously vibrating, so joyously enjoying this immortality. We are immortal, we are immortal, we are immortal. That is what in agenda it is written. We are immortal, and they are enjoying with this new vibration. But our old mind is so old that it is aged. It is on the verge of death. And it cannot grasp it. It is funny, mother says, it is funny. The thing in itself doesn't exist for people. It is their attitude towards the thing that matters to them. It is their attitude to love old patterns, to love old footprints of the old mind. That mind has gone. Old mind of mortality has gone, but still we love its footprints. It's their attitude towards the thing that matters to them. What they think of it, how funny in itself. Each thing bears its truth. Each moment bears its truth. It's not miracle. Every happening has its own intensity. Every happening has its own reality. Every happening has its own stuff, has its own power, has its own energy, and has its own velocity. It's new relativity. It's new energy of supramental that is working. It's absolute truth. What is it? New energy means what? It's absolute truth. So luminous, so clear, and when you touch that, mother says, touch that, everything falls marvelously into place, everything put into right place, everything put into right position, everything put into right perspective, everything put into the new milieu of truth. It's absolute truth, so luminous, so clear, and when you touch that, that is written here in capital, that everything falls marvelously into place, but people are not in touch with that. But people are not in touch with that. Nobody knows who is Sri Aurobindo and who is mother. Nobody knows. We are just following the old track, guided and governed by our old mind. But it will be abolished with a greater jerk, doesn't matter. If we are positive, we are given a slightest jerk with maternal love. And those who are not prepared will be given a sound jerk. Doesn't matter. They may fail or they may get up. They will be given. That is Kalki's Leela. That is Kalki's Leela. That everything falls marvelously. See, everything falls marvelously. At that time you will fall down on the ground, but it is a marvelous experience. It's not death-bound experience. It's a marvelous experience. Marvelously into place, but people are not in touch with that. They are always in touch through their thought. They are always in touch through their thought and thought of the old mind. And thought means footprints left out by our departing mind. The thought they have about it, the feeling they have about it, or sometimes worse. The feeling they have about it, but sometimes worst. It's not necessary, not advisable, not good for your experience, not good for the enrichment of your experience. Now what remains is to learn, Satprem says, to practice this secret. This is the secret. That handle has been given to us. Instead of operating your mind, filling mindless space, one handle is given to you at your inner cells. That light mind of the cells is your handle. You look to that portal. I at present also look to my handle, which is there in my body, Satprem, and you also will have that handle and you will have to look at it. What I am experiencing at this age, you will have to experience the same thing tomorrow. But remember, this is the handle that has already been given. Before we start accepting Mrityorma Amrutam Gamaya, Amrutam Gamaya, to realize Amrutam Gamaya, the secret handle is given to us. The secret, how to cancel the physical mind, how to cancel this physical mind. Now physical mind is in two senses depicted. One mind, that is what we understand our physical mind, is genuinely de facto corporeal mind. Physical mind is there, real matter is there in our cell. Real matter is there in the mind of the cell. Real light is there in the mind of the light. And that is our shell, originally. That is DNA, which is immortal. Having DNA in toto, having DNA as go down, we are mortal. Cells are all cells, bearers of the DNA, but still we are mortal. Because it is mind, it is mentality, it is onion skin that makes us mortal, and the experience of our mortality is hallucination created by our mind. The physical mind and arrive at the natural state, What is natural state? The mind of cells. What is natural state? The mind of light. What is natural state? Hidden immortality in our shell. Hiranyamayana patrena satyasyapi hitam mukham. It is the golden veil that hides the true and genuine reality, which is awakened with the supramental touch to our body, provided we have accepted Mother to be the divine. This much basic trust, basic faith is required. We are not to be scholars. No need for us to be scholars. No need for us to have a supra-thinking mind. Doesn't matter. We are innocent. We are ordinary people. Little plot of our mortality, touched by the tenants, became a playground of the living infinite. Satprem, I am feeling how divine is playing with my cells at present. State, the pure cell, see that, the pure cell. It is the pure cell that is within my body's handle. Pure cell is the playground of the living infinite. Pure cell is the base of the new reality to be made new relativity. So it is my head of Lord Shiva in miniature. It is the macrocosm of my reality, equivalent to Lord Shiva, equivalent to the Supreme, equivalent to Allah, equivalent to Parbrahma, equivalent to Paratpar. Pure cell, without mental. See, without mental and catastrophic and scientific coating. It is a coating. Hiranyamayana patrena satyasyapi hitam mukham. It is that coating of gold. It is that golden coating created by mind. Mind is created a new matter of its own. Now time is over for mind. So time is over for mental kingdom. Time is over for mental orbit. Time is over for mental avenue. That is where the extraordinary discovery of Mother and Sri Aurobindo lies. Satprem writes, this is the extraordinary discovery on the part of Mother and Sri Aurobindo. That of the mind of the cells. That of the mind of the cells. This is the book that is the new discovery of Mother and Sri Aurobindo. The greatest biological revolution since a first living practice began to fight and flee to the frontier of inanimate matter and life. That is what today I show you. I told you that it is just like a pyramid. It's just like a pyramid. Little children, they are also bearing the same sword, and the tallest soldier is also having the same sword. Same sword is given to each and everybody, even to little children and to the tallest scholar and tallest yogi. Babaji is at the top of the height, and Sanghamitra and Jasvi are just at the bottom. This time has started, at least we should recognize, we should identify, and with trust and ardent faith, we should accept this reality that is being born, This is born, 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 3 times mother, emphatically marked and dictated. Since a first living particle began to fight and feel to the frontier of inanimate matter and life, it is the second evolutionary transition. It is the second evolutionary transition. The very first, that was the first birth of earth, and this is the second evolutionary transition. This is the second birth of this earth. No longer from matter to life, no longer from matter to life, no longer with the velocity, with the motion of evolution, but from life to something else, but from life to something else. That is new world, new species, new overman. From birth to new species, that march has been already paved. Else mother called the over life, mother called it over life, march towards overman, march towards her home, march towards new species where birth might be biological, death is volunteer. Death will be voluntary. They are the souls. Their death will be designed by them at their own maturity and perfect receptivity. At that moment, they will be enjoying the perfection. Beginning is mortality, and perfection will be totally experienced at the end of giving up these jirnani vasansi yatha vihaya. Old garments are to be put off, old garments are to be discarded, and willfully. It is the psychic reality will be the psychic relativity, and psychic relativity will be enjoyed by the deputed souls tomorrow. We may be there or not, makes no sense, but they will have to realize and they will have to enjoy it. Over life, and which could just as well be called over death. Their death will be, birth will be biological, death will be voluntary. How can we what nomenclature we can give to it? Mother says, Satprem says, over death. It is over death. Death over death. Not compulsory death. Not must-bound death. Will-bound death. It will be will-bound death. Babulal took it. Doctor postponed it. Minaben accepted it. That age started. For it is neither life as we know it. See, it is neither life as we know it. We should not evaluate that new life with our old parameters. For it is neither life as we know it, nor of course the death that goes with it. Life also is changed, and death is also changed. We'll have to wait for our next birth, because we are neither to witness them, new deputies, neither to realize them. Simply we have to observe them, because it is mrityorma amrutam gamaya, taking place before our very nose and before our very eyes. Not of course the death that goes with it. It is what Satprem concluded this way. Whatever experiences Satprem was made to witness of Mother, Satprem concludes it in the last line of this chapter of New Physics. It is what Sri Aurobindo called the life divine. This is life divine that has already started, and we are fortunate enough to have some sort of unidentified and unrecognized reciprocation to this new scenario of life.